Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all well. If you can't tell, I'm not very well. I have this horrible cold thing which my other half had about 2 weeks ago, and he was bad and it's taken him a little bit of time to kind of like get over it, and now I've got it. And I thought I was getting better, but I think it's because he had it over the Easter weekend where he was off and I haven't. I've had it after, and only 2 weeks after, and I've still been going to work, so I think I've kind of made it worse. Anyway, this wasn't how I envisaged doing this video, but I thought that, as you can tell from the title, I am doing a 24-hour reading challenge, which is also in conjunction with the Daisy and Bee 100-hour reading challenge, which we're holding over this bank holiday weekend. I thought it'd be fun to kind of merge the two together, challenge myself to read for 24 hours over a period of 3 days, because I can't do a 24-hour readathon. I need sleep. See how many books I could read in the space of 24 hours, as in reading for 24 hours, but also as a way of kind of getting some hours in for the challenge. So I wanted this to be kind of like a bit more of a vloggy style video, but I did just want to sit down initially and kind of talk about what my plans are reading wise. So I have been sat down for 2 hours and 47 minutes this morning. I've just vegged out on the sofa because I think you can understand why. And I have been reading The Fine Print by Lauren Asher, and I am currently 202 pages through this. I think I talked about this in a recent haul video of mine. This is about Rowan and Zara. Rowan is a billionaire and he is in the business of theme parks. There's a theme park called Dreamland, which is very kind of like synonymous with Disneyland, or is it Disney World in Florida? Anyway, it's set in Florida. It's a theme park. It's all about fairy tales and there's castles and things like that. So it very much feels like Disney. He is running it as a director, and he has a challenge to kind of face, and Zara put forward a drunk proposal, criticizing one of the most expensive rides in the theme park. She was supposed to be inputting an idea, but actually she ended up submitting by mistake while she was drunk. They kind of start spending time together. This is the Dreamland Billionaires kind of romance series. Rowan is one of 3 brothers, so I'm thinking we will get at least a trilogy, if not potentially a quartet, because the father in this kind of dynamic I think will be quite interesting to read from as well. I think this one and Terms and Conditions, which is the second book, are the only 2 published at the moment, but so far I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the story. This is supposed to be spicy, and it's not massively spicy so far. There's definitely been a little bit of spice, but I'm hoping that in the second half the spice picks up a little bit, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. So like I say, I'm using, literally as I picked up my phone to show you my timer, I had a phone call from Daisy. So yeah, I've currently done 2 hours and 47 minutes, and like I say, I'm challenging myself to read for 24 hours. I think this button here is going to kind of like lap me, because I have logged those 2 hours and 47 minutes on the reading challenge post now on the Daisy and Bee book club. So I did really want to do laps for books read, but I'm not quite as, yeah, doesn't matter, we'll do laps for when I've submitted chunks, because I've sat down for pretty much the whole of that 2 hours and 47 minutes. I've sat down for most of that in one go. I think I had a break to go to the toilet once, and then I had a break to get some breakfast, get some cereal. So it's been pretty much sat down reading. So I am going to go and do some laundry now. I need to sort out some washing. It's a bank holiday weekend, and obviously I've got work uniform to wash and stuff, and just general other stuff. So once I've done that and sorted out some laundry, I'm going to do some more Reading, my plans for the rest of the weekend, it would be really good if I could finish this today because it would get another book in for the month, but it's not the end of the world if it doesn't happen. I don't know if I'm going to want to continue reading this all day or if I might want to change it up a bit. So I've kind of been looking at my TBR cart, kind of thinking about what I could potentially pick up next. So one of the ones I do really want to get to is The No Show by Beth O'Leary, because I'm a little bit undecided about Beth O'Leary's writing and books since The Flat Share. The Switch was okay and I enjoyed that. Didn't think it was quite as good as The Flat Share, and then I really didn't gel with the road trip. But Daisy read this and she really, really liked it. And I've heard quite a lot of people say that this has kind of like reinstated their love of Beth O'Leary after the road trip. So I'm kind of thinking like it'd be really nice to read this and try and get this read. It's not massive, and I think from memory the writing's actually quite big in it. Yeah, so I feel like this wouldn't be too much of a task either, and it would be good to get one of my recently hauled books read, and then it's something that's recently been released to then talk about as well, kind of like along with the hype. So that's kind of like my thoughts, but I kind of feel like it would also be good to have maybe a different sort of book on the go as well, because then I'm not just reading all the same thing. Not just reading kind of contemporary romance. So I'm kind of also thinking if there's something fancy that maybe I can get started on. I do have the final book in the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy to read, Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I mean, this is huge. I think this is like 640 pages. Yeah, about 640 pages. I wouldn't imagine I'd finish this, but it would be really good to make progress on it, and making progress and potentially finishing a trilogy soon. So those are kind of like my thoughts. I probably will end up picking something completely different up because that is just how I roll. Can never make a decision. The other option is to try and make some progress through Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone by Diana Gabaldon, because I have this on audio. So whilst I'm doing other chores, I mean, when I do my laundry, I'm going to have a break from anything because I am still not very well, and reading alone is taking it out of me. So I'm not going to do any audiobook listening at the moment whilst I do my kind of like chores I've got to do before I can sit back down. But throughout the rest of the weekend, this might be handy to have this audiobook. I'm past halfway through, so it would be good to make some progress through this as well. So I have options. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm also looking forward to doing a bit more of a sort of a vloggy style video as well. So I'm going to go count up on the Facebook group how many hours we are currently on for the challenge, and I can't do that and vlog at the same time, but then I'll come back and I'll give you a little update and let you know how we're doing through the challenge as well. So I've just done some calculations. It's just gone 12 o'clock and we have already collectively read for 10 hours and 56 minutes, which is amazing. We're only, 12 hours into the challenge. And yeah, we've got 10 hours and 56 minutes read already of the 100-hour challenge that we've got. And we've got the rest of today and the whole of Sunday and the whole of Monday as well. So I think we're going to absolutely smash this challenge, and I'm really looking forward to getting my chores done and sitting down and getting some more hours read myself. I'm really intrigued to see how I get on and how this goes. Keep your fingers crossed for me, guys. It's a lot later now. It's still Saturday, the 30th of April. It's the last day of the month, and I have finished The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I was hoping to finish this, but I didn't know if I could do it. I have just sat down for 4 hours and 11 minutes, not continuously. I stopped for lunch, I stopped to hang my washing up, I stopped just to have a bit of a break when my other half, he's off today as well, my fiance, he made me lunch because I'm not feeling very well. So he was like, I'll make you a bacon sandwich. Thank you. And he was doing something and he had a break from what he was doing, so we just took a bit of a break together. So I read for 4 hours and 11 minutes. However, because I'm a complete idiot, I managed to, as I was getting myself cozy for my second sort of like reading slot of this, I swiped my previous time off my timer, my 2 hours and 47 minutes. You know, I was talking about doing laps on my stopwatch. Well, I can't. Well, I can. From now, I can. But I pressed the wrong button. So my timer at the end of this challenge, if I succeed, is going to be 2 hours and 47 minutes short of 24 hours, which is also going to really bug me. So I probably will try and do 26 hours and 47 minutes so that I actually have a timer at the end that says I've done 24 hours, because I'm that kind of person. I really enjoyed this. It was quite a cliche sort of expected sort of structure to the story, but I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the depth. I enjoyed the romance and the kind of spicy stuff. The last time I checked in, I think I was telling you it's not very spicy. It got spicier, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. I thought that was done really well, and I really enjoyed kind of all the goings on in Dreamland, the kind of like Disney equivalent in this story. And I'm really intrigued to see the other brothers and their stories. And like I said earlier, I really hope the dad gets his story as well. I think that would be really interesting because he's obviously a very troubled character. I don't think that's too spoilery. Sorry if that is. But I'm really intrigued to see who the next brother is. I've already got kind of an inclination of maybe a couple of characters that I kind of ship together for one of his brothers. And I also really love that they're all named after King Arthur's knights round the round table. So I just love it. I really enjoyed it, and I am going to, I've already put terms and conditions, which is the second one, on my wish list. And if I see that anywhere else cheaper or whatnot, I will definitely be picking it up. Because I really enjoyed this. So now I've been reading for a total of 6 hours and 58 minutes today. When you break it down, 24 hours across 3 days is 8 hours a day, I think. Maths is not my strong point at the best of times, but especially when I'm not very well. Yes, is 8. Sorry about that, but my brain's just not working. So technically I've only got to read for another hour today to account for my 8 hours that I'm kind of targeted to read. Obviously, like I said, I can't believe it, it's 10 to 6, coming up to 10 to 6, so I should probably get on with cooking dinner. And then I don't know if we might put on something on the TV. We've got Derry Girls to catch up on. I think we've got an episode of Outlander, or maybe we'll leave that till tomorrow so we can watch 2 episodes of Outlander back to back. We've got a couple of episodes of Derry Girls to catch up on. I'm sure there's something else we could watch as well. So I'm not going to force myself to read for much longer. I might listen to an audiobook because I'm counting that as hours. I might listen to my audiobook maybe whilst I'm cooking dinner. It would be nice to kind of get ahead a little bit and kind of get ahead of where I need to be. But I'm just kind of like, I'm feeling accomplished, like I can do this. I can do this. What am I going to pick up next though? That is the real question. I'm kind of looking at my shelves. I'm kind of looking at my TBR cart, my book trolley that I have. I'm kind of feeling a Coho. I'm kind of feeling a Colleen Hoover. I know I want to read The No Show, but if I plan on reading almost a book a day, I've read practically all of this today. I had already started it yesterday and I'd read maybe like 30 pages, so I'm not counting that. I read it all today pretty much. If I'm reading a book a day and can read a book a day, and that's 430 pages, that's a 400-page book, could I maybe read, maybe I should read The Love Hypothesis, or maybe I should read One True Loves, because I kind of want to, if I read Colleen Hoover, I kind of want to do a reading vlog all reading Colleen Hoover, because I've got 3 Colleen Hoover books on my TBR cart. The Love Hypothesis I really want to read. However, I also would like to read similarly close to that, The Soulmate Equation by Christina Lauren. But then I worry about reading 2 similar. Do you know what? I think I might go with this. I think I might tandem these 2. I look so atrocious. I'm sorry I look so bad. I think I might tandem these two and read a bit and see how I get on. It would be good to read both of these. But what is really good, finishing this today, I've got an extra book in which I wasn't expecting. I don't know if I talked about this in any of my recent videos, but my goal for April was to try and read 10 books, because the last couple of months leading up to it, I'd maybe read 4 books, 3-4 books a month, which is not like me at all. It's still an amazing achievement, and I was still reading, and I kind of lost my reading mojo a little bit and kind of fallen out with love with reading a little bit. So this month I was inspired by Lucy from Luce Loves Literature on Instagram. She's also a member of our book club on Facebook, and she's lovely. She's joining in with the Throne of Glass series read along as well. So, and she's read the other books, so it's really nice to talk to her about, like, oh, we think there might be a tie in here or a tie in there. So it's really nice to talk to her about that. She read 30 books in March. She read a book a day, like normal size books a day, and she inspired me. So I was like, I can't do 30 because that's not feasible. However, I don't think 15 is quite achievable. I was like, right, let's halve it to 15. I was like, I don't know if that's quite achievable. Let's try 10. But by completing this, I've actually now read 11 books this month, which I'm really pleased about. Really, really pleased about. So I've got my reading mojo back and I'm excited to read. And yes, I'm going to pick up a combination of these 2 books now and read these. I've been blabbering on for ages. This vlog is going to be horrible to edit and it's going to be really, really long. I hope you appreciate this. Hopefully I am feeling a bit better tomorrow. I think my other half is going to go out with some biker friends, and I think they're going to go out for a ride. So I should have some time to myself again tomorrow to just kind of chill out. I told him I just need a weekend at home to chill. I might pop to the supermarket, but that will probably be it because of how poorly I felt. And I thought I was getting better at the tail end of the week, and then it kind of hit me again on Friday and kind of like another wave of it. And I think it's just because I've not stopped and had the rest and relaxation. And I know next weekend is going to be a really busy weekend. So I am planning on doing nothing this weekend other than a food shop or some basics that I need from the shop, because I'm all right for pretty much everything else. Yeah, so I'm excited. I am excited. All my goals from earlier of reading a 3rd book in a trilogy, nah mate. This is where it's at, I think. I might leave this to Monday and I might try this from now and through tomorrow, because then I can end on a high if I don't enjoy this. Anyway, right, I'm going to go and get on with my dinner and I'll see you in the next update. Good morning, everybody. It is now Sunday. My neighbour, I believe my neighbour is having doors or windows or something fitted today, and I thought they had stopped, but they haven't, so I'm just gonna have to film these little bits in between the drilling because I just want to get this clip filmed so I can get back to reading. So I am currently on, I've been reading for 9 hours and 20 minutes. So my timer is saying 6 hour 33 because obviously I messed my timer up yesterday. And I am currently 103 pages into oh no I'm not, I'm 110 pages into The No Show by Beth O'Leary. I'm really enjoying this so far. I'm really intrigued to see how this is all going to go down. The No Show is about 3 women that are all stood up on Valentine's Day by the same guy, and it's, you get a perspective from each of those 3 women, and you kind of learn about this character, this man, through their perspectives. And I'm intrigued so far. I'm intrigued to see how everything kind of, where the story's going to go and how everything's going to go down, how things are going to kind of be resolved. Am I on track with my hours? I'm not sure, but I'm going to sit down now, knuckle down and get some more of this read, and I will check in with you in a little bit when I've made some more progress. Currently on the group, we have, as to the last count, we have been reading for 44 hours and 12 minutes, which is really, really, really good. And there's some more time that hasn't been added to that yet. So we need to be, obviously, by the end of today on 66 hours. So I think we're doing really well. So next time I update you, I'll give you an update as well on how we're doing in the group for the 100 hours. I did manage to slice my finger yesterday. I am feeling a bit better. I don't know if you can tell. I am feeling a bit better, but I managed to slice my finger yesterday whilst trying to chop an onion. I decided to chop my finger instead. It was pretty much a surface wound. It was very but it just, I think, kind of encapsulates my whole kind of way my brain was working yesterday. All I could do was read. So I'm sat in my library, I'm in my beanbag. My fiance hasn't gone out today. He was going to be going out, but he hasn't gone out today. The weather's a bit overcast, and and he just made the decision to not and have another day chilling out at home. So he's downstairs at the moment, just I think watching a bit of YouTube. So I'm just going to get cozy in my library. Anyway, I'm going to get some reading in now. I want to crunch through some more of this and make some more progress. I feel like I'm maybe a bit behind now, but let's get cracking. So it is now 3:20 and I have just hit 12 hours and 10 minutes of my reading challenge. I am currently, I've repositioned my beanbag and it's not as comfortable as it was. I am currently 253 pages through the no-show. I'm actually really enjoying this, and I do definitely feel like this is reaffirming my love for Beth O'Leary. I think I spoke about it previously that I really enjoyed The Flat Share. Like, that was an amazing book. The Switch was okay, and it was, I read it and I enjoyed it, and then the Road Trip I just didn't really gel with at all. So the no-show for me was kind of a book that was either going to reaffirm my love for Beth O'Leary or make me think, actually, maybe this isn't the right author for me. I am really enjoying it, and I feel like we're getting to a point now where lots of things are coming to a point. So I'm on, I don't know, the chapters aren't named, but I've got about 130 pages probably left to read. Like I say, I've now done 12 hours and 10 minutes. So I am behind to hit 24 hours. Obviously I've only just hit 12 hours and 10 minutes and I'm over halfway through the challenge, and obviously 12 hours is half of 24. So I'm now not necessarily convinced I'm going to be able to pull it out of the bag and read for 24 hours over the 3 days. It might have to roll into Tuesday, which is a bit annoying. And obviously I haven't done many updates today. I stopped and had lunch, and then also watched a bit of YouTube with my fiance, because there's a channel we like to watch together and they posted a new video. So I feel like even doing the updates, I'm like, no, I need to be reading instead of doing the updates. So I'm not quite sure. The last update we had on the group challenge, we'd hit 60 hours and 2 minutes. So we're on track to hit the 100-hour challenge, which is really, really good on the group chat. But I also know that this evening at 7:30, I've got the Throne of Glass book 2 Crown of Midnight series readathon discussion, which is going to be potentially a couple of hours long. I took my plaster off, my finger's really sore. I wanted to let it air, but what is that thing about? Is it a really British thing, or is it like just me? But you kind of feel like when you've cut yourself, you need to give it the chance to air out and dry out. So yeah, I'm kind of starting to think that I might have to change my tactics a bit, and I think depending on how my reading goes today and where I end up at the end of the day, I think I am going to have to think about audio booking. So when I'm not reading and I'm doing other things, I can listen, like eating my lunch. I couldn't read and eat my lunch at the same time because I just couldn't. It wasn't the sort of lunch where I could do both. So I think I'm gonna have to up my game tomorrow and listen and read. And I know there's stuff I really need to do tomorrow as well. It involves me leaving the house. I really need to find a top to go with the skirt I bought for something I've got on at the weekend. So not ideal. So yeah, and also I put my hoodie blanket on because I was cold, and now I'm sat here and I'm starting to like have a hot flush. I am feeling better today than I was yesterday, but still feeling a little bit sorry for myself. So it's just coming up to 3:30. I'm going to sit down and read some more pages. And hopefully the next time I speak to you, I finish this. Because like I said, I've only got about 130 pages left. I'm hoping I can just sit here for a couple of hours and read and finish this. That's the game. That's the game plan. Also, my group chats are going mental, but I don't want to be reading them because I'm like, I need to be reading. I can't get involved in a discussion in a group chat. I need to be reading. So I'm gonna go. This is a precious 5 minutes that I've just spent filming this clip. I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna hopefully, fingers crossed, get some reading done and make some progress through this. I also have to remember that this isn't about finishing the books, it's just about reading them. So if it takes me ages to read this book, it doesn't matter. Like, I've kind of like got this weird concept that I have to finish a book a day for the challenge as well, which I don't know why I've decided that, but anyway. What would be really good is if I do finish this and then pick up One True Loves, that can be my book. And I don't have to be flipping between two different books, like one audiobook and one physical book. I can just flip between that. That's a good shout. I'm going to see if I've got an Audible credit, and if I have, I'm going to download that, I think, because I think that's a good idea. Well done, Sophie. Go to the top of the class. Anyway, I'm going to go read now because I'm just waffling. I apologise in advance for the poor lighting, but we're just going to roll with it. I have, what time is it? It is just gone 7 o'clock. I have finished the no-show, and it was later than I wanted to be finishing it, but it was so good. Beth O'Leary has definitely reaffirmed herself as an author that I will will purchase her books in the future. She has, she has, what would you say? Words are difficult. I'm trying to process this all. She has kind of, for me, she's kind of saved herself a little bit, and she's pulled it out of the bag, in my opinion, with this book, and I loved it. I can't really talk too much about it without massive spoilers, but it was such an interesting, unique story, which is why I think it's not the same as the Flatshare and Daisy. I've just had a little bit of a chat with her, and she said she thinks she prefers this now to the Flatshare. I'm not sure. I think it's, like, for me, on the same level as the Flatshare, and by that I mean it's very original. I don't feel like I have gone a complete full 180 on a character like this in a long time. It's very different and very, like I say, very original, and the end really really kind of resonated with me. I don't want to go into it because it's spoilers and I will end up crying, but there was something that happened at the end and that really resonated with me. And what was also really lovely at the end, which I don't think is massive spoilers, is the talking of books and how books are really important, and that as well really resonated with me. I definitely cried at the end. There was a kind of like a mixture of emotions going on, and I am so glad that I gave this book a go. I'm so glad I've sat and read it literally in one day. And I'm really glad I gave it a go and I gave it a chance, because obviously people have been raving about this and saying this is it, she's back, Beth O'Leary's back with like Flatshare sort of level work, and I'm really glad that I picked it up. I listened to the hype, and
I feel like I can't think of the word. I've got a word in the back of my head, but she's pulled it out. She's pulled it out the bag. She has pulled it out the bag. Loved this book. Loved this book. So I did read in that kind of last section of sprints, reading for 3 hours and 39 minutes. So I have so far been reading for a total of 14 hours and 35 minutes. Technically need to hit 16 hours by the end of the day to be on track, and then have to do 8 hours tomorrow. But I don't think I've done 8 hours either day so far, so we'll see how that goes. If I get the opportunity to make a start on anything this evening, I've got a live show in like 20 minutes, well, not a live show, but a discussion for the Crown of Midnight series read along. So there's that, but I'm kind of thinking that we might be able to do it. I might be able to do it like Beth O'Leary, pull the cat out of the bag, and I might be able to do the 24 hours. I have to read for another 10 hours. Can I do it? I don't know if I can, but we're going to try, and I am not going to see it as a failure if I have to roll the challenge into Tuesday, because I still think it's a massive feat, and the fact that I have in 2 days read 2 books and blooming heck have started May off like with a bang. Like, I'm already kind of contemplating this is going to be my favourite book of May. Like, that's how good this was. I feel like I need to put the dust jacket back on it. She's redeemed herself. That's the word I was looking for. I'm really glad I gave her a second chance, because Beth O'Leary has redeemed herself in my books. And look, this is rather fitting. I've got the Thatch Share, the Road Trip and the Switch all sat here. And at the end of the month, once I've done my wrap up, the No Show can go and sit with it. That was brilliant. That was really good. So I think my plan is still to pick up One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Okay, that says it's 8 hours and 5 minutes. I'm not going to listen to it on 1x speed. So that means that tomorrow I might have to read more than one book to hit my 24 hours. Okay. And you might not see me now until tomorrow, but if I do start One True Loves, I'll let you know. I will let you know. So what was it on? What was I on? 14 and a half hours. So I need to read for at least kind of 1.5 hours to hit the 16 hours mark later on. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. It's Bank Holiday Monday. It's 8:45. I have been up since about 6:20 reading this morning. I just woke up and I was like, right, I'm going to start reading. I had an alarm set for 7 anyway, because my other half's had to go to work today. So I am having to head out of the house today, and I do have stuff to do, but I have the audiobook for One True Loves, which I am already 180 pages through. So I feel like I might have to download the audiobook for something else, because my audiobook is telling me at the speed I'm listening to that I have 2 hours and 21 minutes left of this. And I was thinking about listening to Go Tell the Bees That I'm Gone, but I don't know if that is the right thing for me to listen to. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. I feel like I could potentially tick off another book similar in size to this. So I'm not really sure what to do, if I'm honest. So I am going to have a little look on my book cart, see if there's another book that maybe I could just download the audiobook for as well, ticking something off that I own physically, as well as, you know, reading. I'm really enjoying this so far, and you know what's going to happen right from the beginning of this story. You know very early on that this woman, she's engaged, she's a fiance, and then her estranged husband, who they believe is dead, comes back, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's on the blurb and it literally happens within the first chapter. But what I'm pleasantly surprised about is that actually the majority of the story, like, we got to the point where he's like, everyone knows where he is and he's found quite early on in the book. So it's not like it's all about them before. A lot of it is the majority of it is kind of, I'm guessing, things sorting themselves out. I'm really enjoying this. so far. Let's give you an update on where I am at. So my timer is currently on 14 hours and 56 minutes. And obviously I have 2 hours and 47 minutes to carry through from when I rushed. I mucked up my timer. So I have currently been reading for 17 hours and 43 minutes. I'm pretty impressed with that, you know. So I am going to, I'm really impressed with that actually. I'm nearly on 18 hours. I think that makes that sound a little bit more achievable. That's still 6 hours, isn't it, to do today? But I think that's achievable. Anyway, my plan is to just listen to audiobooks the whole time that I'm out that's feasibly possible. Driving. I'm going to Brighton. I live near Eastbourne. So I'm going to be probably in the car for a good sort of like 45 minutes each way anyway. And I'm going to plan on listening to the audiobook whilst I'm out as well, shopping, as much as I can. And then obviously when I get home I will be back into my book and then normal life will resume. I'm still not sure if I'm going to be able to make the 24 hours today, or whether I'm going to potentially have to roll it into tomorrow, into Tuesday. But I still think that's bloody good, because I have literally, all I've done apart from slice my finger open is read all day for like 2 days straight, pretty much. I've had breaks, but I think if I had done any more I would have been like gone stir crazy by now. So yeah, I think I might download the audiobook if I can get it for Johnny Be Good, which is a page turn book. I am going to go do some reading. We haven't done an update for a little while on the group, so a little bit late. Oh no, we have. We have got 93 hours and 45 minutes. We are so close to hitting 100 hours. We've done it. We have done it. We have absolutely smashed this challenge. If you are a member of our book club on Facebook, thank you so much. It's been amazing. And if you've joined in with the 100-hour challenge, absolutely bloody amazing. Thank you. I'm going to go and quickly get myself ready whilst listening to my audiobook, and I'll update you a little bit later on, hopefully having finished this. So it is now just gone 3 o'clock on Monday afternoon, and I feel like I look very dishevelled, and I am very dishevelled. I went to Brighton, I got what I wanted, I got more than what I wanted. Luckily, I had what I had already bought. I'd bought a skirt already that I'd seen, and I was trying to go out getting a top and just getting one extra outfit. But I couldn't find a top to go with it. Cut long story short, I had the receipt, so luckily I was able to take that back, get a refund on that, and I ended up buying 2 dresses instead of the skirt. So I have my outfit sorted now, which was what I needed. I'm going to horse racing event with work next weekend. I've also got an 18th birthday party, and then I've got a wedding coming up in June. So I was trying to get a nice combination, but the horses and the 18th birthday are like they're one day after the other, so I can't have the same outfit. So anyway, that's sorted. I spent more money than I wanted to, but they'll last me for other things as well. So I literally kept my audiobook on for as long as I could. There was a couple of times I stopped it when I was browsing around a couple of shops and I needed my focus. I have finished One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was really interesting concept, and I really liked the kind of bigger story behind this as well, and the kind of bigger message, the idea of love and relationships and how we change and grow. I really liked it. Highly recommend anything that Taylor Jenkins Reid has written, and I just think every book I read now by them just reaffirms that they are just an amazing author, and I will buy and read everything by them. So yeah, really enjoyed this. And then I had the audiobook for Johnny Be Good by Page Toon, and I am currently on page 147, chapter 11 of this. So currently
My timer's saying 19 hours and 55 minutes, which when I add that onto my 2 hours and 47 minutes from the other day that I cleared off, I'm currently on 22 hours and 42 minutes. The finishing line is in sight. I can do this. I literally have an hour and 15 minutes and I will hit the 24 hours. So I'm super chuffed because I am doing my maths right, aren't I? Yeah, I am. I'm super chuffed because I thought it was going to potentially fall into tomorrow and I was going to have to continue it on when I went back to work. But no, I'm going to do it. And we have hit 111 hours and 37 minutes. Yep, 111 hours and 37 minutes on the 100-hour challenge as well, which is absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to see by the end of the day what number we get to and how many hours all our members have been reading for. So I'm so looking forward to seeing where we get to. And I'm also really looking forward to putting this vlog together and seeing it kind of all unfold. So I am going to sort myself out. I think I am going to get changed just into some comfy clothes. I might take my bra off because I just got so hot and sweaty. So I'm just going to put like a t-shirt and some joggers on, some leggings on. I do need to wash my hair later, but I will do that a little bit later on. And I think I'm just going to sit down and just kind of chill for a minute with my book and just chill out. I feel dehydrated. I have a bag of crisps somewhere. Oh, they're up on my desk behind the camera because I haven't had lunch, but now I know that if I eat lunch now, it's gone 3 o'clock, I won't want dinner. So I'm just having a couple of snacky things to kind of tide me through. It's awful anyway. I can't believe I spent so long out of the house, but I also managed to pop to Tesco's on the way home. That was what I was also going to say. I popped to Tesco's on my way home and I picked up 2 books. I got Meet Me at the Wedding by Georgia Toffolo. I'm actually surprised that this isn't a bit bigger than these because I feel like it's a bit smaller than the previous ones. Yeah, maybe a bit. I have the previous ones behind me. Excuse my chaotic setup. But I am really intrigued to see where this series goes. I've buddy read this series with Daisy. I'm intrigued to see where it goes. I'm also looking forward to having Lily's story. The series, each book follows a different person in a friendship group for women. So I'm really looking forward to reading Lily's story, and I'm also interested to be back in like kind of where they come from. And there's a wedding, so I'm looking forward to that, and this is set in Devon and I love Devon. So this was £3.50 on club card price, and this has just been released, by the way, just saying. And then I also picked up How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie. I picked up a copy of this earlier in the week to add to the traveling book club, which I need to organise the draw for. That's another thing I need to do today. But it was still quite cheap in Tesco's, and I decided to pick up another copy for myself because I'm not going to get... I was saying, oh, maybe I'll read it before... to say that, I could probably have read it this weekend, to be fair. But I wanted to read it before I got the chance to send it out, but actually I'm just not going to get to it quite yet. So I decided to pick myself up a copy. I picked this up in Tesco's and I think this was £5. This was down to £4 club card price last week, but it's £5 now. So I still think that's on par with Amazon. So I just thought I'd pick it up as I was there. So I bought a couple of books. I bought 2 dresses today, and I went into a little food shop, which was very, very little because I don't need anything else. I've done real good sort of like bulk buying of some meat and stuff, so I don't actually need that much this week. So that's good. I'm going to get changed and chill out and rehydrate, eat some snacks to tide me over to dinner time and just breathe. I feel like it's been a very hectic day and my feet hurt. My feet are sore. So I'll come and wrap this up a little bit later on, and I'll probably look worse than this. So it is 5:30 on Monday. Do you cut classes this evening, 5:30? I'd say evening. And I have just clocked up
24 hours and 56 minutes. And I am now on page 270 of Johnny Be Good. I'm really enjoying this one so far. This is about a character called Meg, who is the PA to a big rock star, Johnny Jefferson. And she goes over to the States to be his PA, and it's kind of like all the trials and tribulations that she encounters being a PA to a rock star. I've been enjoying it so far. I'm intrigued to see where it's going to go, and obviously I've only got a little bit left. So what my goal is now is, my timer tells me that I've been reading for 22 hours and 9 minutes. Obviously, I had that 2 hours and 47 minutes from yesterday or Saturday that I scrubbed off by mistake. So I'm going to keep going because I'm not done for the day, and I'm going to see if I can actually get this to say 24 hours. I'm not done for the day, and I think it would be cool to see if I might not get it finished now. The audiobook, I'm listening along and following along in the book. The audiobook says 2.5 hours, so I might not finish it, but sorry, I thought my pan was boiling over then. But yeah, might not finish it, but I'm gonna give it a go. I'm gonna give it a go to get to 24 hours on my timer. 24 hours. Can we get to 24 hours? I've done it. I have done it. I feel like, yes, I'm back in my pajamas, by the way. I just I'm gonna have a shower before I go to bed, and put a clean pair of pajamas on. But I just wanted to get into something cozy and comfy when I got in. I've done it. I have been reading for 24 hours and 56 minutes over the last 3 days. And I have nearly finished 4 books. Nearly. So it'd be really cool to see if I could finish this 4th book. But it's not a problem if I don't. But I'm super proud of myself, and I'm going to come and wrap this up. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. With kind of where I end up at the end of the day, whether I get this finished, how many hours I've been reading for, and yeah, but really proud of myself, and just goes to show you, if you put your mind to something, you can do it. So yeah, 24 hours and 56 minutes. Bonkers. So it is now Wednesday. And I thought I'd come back on and just kind of tie everything back together. So I didn't make 24 hours on my timer. However, I did read some more after my final clip on Monday, and I have been read for the challenge for 25 hours and 26 minutes, which I'm really pleased with, and really proud that I managed to do that. There was so long that I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make this. I'm going to have to throw this into, carry on into Tuesday. And I didn't have to do that. And I'm really pleased that I was able to do it. It's been a great then end to April's reading by getting an extra book in, and then a great start to May's reading, because as it stands, I think I've currently finished 3 books. So I didn't finish Johnny Be Good on Monday. Like I said, I only read for a little bit more after I last updated, but I did then finish this on Tuesday. Yesterday. I think I only had like maybe not even 2 hours left of it, and I read it, and I enjoyed it, and I'm really super intrigued to read the next one. Page Toon has written from these kind of characters again, so there's another one called Baby Be Mine, which is next, which I'm really intrigued to read, because I finished it and I was like, I do kind of, it's not the best book I've ever read, but it is enjoyable, and I do enjoy Page Toon's writing, and I do find it kind of like a little bit cleansing almost, kind of nice to have a chick flick or chick lit to read and enjoy. And I don't know, I really enjoyed the setting. I really enjoyed the kind of like LA vibes, and I've read Chasing Daisy by Page Toon, which is set around a character, Daisy,
who is on the hospitality side for a Formula One team. And I loved that when I read it because I was so invested in Formula One at the time. But it felt really real, and I feel like this was really real as well, like being a PA to a rock star. But yeah, I have finished it, so it's been a great start to my May reading because we're on the 4th of the month and I've already finished 3 books. I finished The No Show, and well, I tell you what, I'll do a roundup of all the books I finished and read. So obviously I read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed everything. I think the standout for me is The No Show by Beth O'Leary, which was a surprise and was redeeming for Beth O'Leary because I'm going to give her another shot now in the future. Anything else that they write and that they publish, I will pick up and give a go, because I think it's just proven that doesn't mean because you've enjoyed one book by an author that everything then, if you read something bad, doesn't mean that everything else is then going to be not quite your cup of tea. So definitely give authors second tries because you never know. And then obviously I finished One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid, which I really enjoyed, and I love the themes in this one. And then obviously, like I say, for the challenge I read about 3/4 of Johnny Be Good by Paige Toon. So really strong start then, like I say, to my May reading. And I have been reading for 25 hours and 26 minutes. I have to admit, today, I haven't read anything. I haven't had the opportunity to read anything yet so far today. And it's nearly 7:30 of an evening. So, you know, it's just not been one of them days. But I also wanted to update you on the group challenge as well, because obviously we were reading, I think the last update, we were on 111 hours and we finished the challenge on 136 hours and 1 minute, and I'm just absolutely blown away. So thank you to anybody that took part in the 100-hour challenge over on the book club. It was amazing and everyone was getting involved and everyone was joining in, and it was just so good, and we absolutely smashed it. I'm really looking forward to future challenges, future themes, sort of reading vlogs. I'm sorry that this wasn't massively, it was just kind of me sat in various different positions in this room with books behind me. It wasn't very vloggy as such. And I didn't give my opinions too much whilst reading the books, but I hope you enjoyed it. And if you've got anything else like this that you'd like to see, Colleen Hoover reading vlog maybe, or I'm doing a wedding theme in July, and we've got some other stuff coming up with the Jubilee weekend. Like if there's anything else you'd like me to see or any other reading challenges you'd like to see from me, I'd love to hear your suggestions. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.